Hey, Pete Dumel here with Imagine Holistic Health. This is part of our Holistic Life series videos, and today we're going to be talking about valuing ourselves. It's so important to give ourselves credit and to give the value to ourselves that we're really worth. This is an issue that I found within myself and within others, within my clients. So many of us take what we do kind of for granted. Maybe we go to work, and as we work, what we do comes easy to us. So when we had that perception of, what I do is easy, that also sometimes comes along with that what I do is not worth or does not have any value. Or many of us also like to give things away. We like to help each other. So many of us are just givers, and we just give and give and give. And if we give too much, that's also another way to devalue ourselves, showing that puts out the energy that our services and the things that we do not have value, because everything is about energetics, and it's giving and receiving. So if we give too much away, that perceived value is, this is worthless. Also, so many of us go above and beyond expectations, which is a great thing to do, but sometimes when we do that so much, we get taken advantage of, where it's perceived that this level of work is at this lower value. So with all these different things, it's important to realize that energy that we put out is also the energy that we receive. So going through some just life exercises for myself and others, I found that so many of us have a disconnect in our perceived value and our real value. So for example, for this, say you went to school, you have college education, or you have many years experience in your field of work, or the product that you developed is top notch. So we give this perceived value of, say, 100 points. So that's the actual value of our services, of what we do. But internally, we may feel that, hey, this was easy to develop, this is easy work, I enjoy helping people. So we give out that feeling of it's not worth 100 points, maybe it may be worth 30 points that we feel. So that's a 70-point difference of what the service or product is really worth than what we are putting out there that it's worth. So now, if this is what we're doing, and we're going out for job interviews, right? So your qualifications are way up here, but internally and energetically, you're feeling your worth is way down here. So now, as new opportunities come to you, they usually end up coming somewhere in the middle. So they may come in as a 50 points. So when the career opportunity comes in, it comes in as 50 points, and the person perceives your value as, wow, this person's way overqualified for this. Look at the value that he has. But then the amount of money that they can give is only this so much, and that's not above what you need to survive. So a lot of times they're afraid that, you're overqualified for this job, because that perceived value is so high, and the job that they're bringing in is so low. So they assume that you're overqualified, you're not going to stay in this job, so you get kicked out of those jobs. Other jobs that come in may be a perfect match, but now that perceived value comes in of, you're only worth X amount, because that's the value that you're putting out there. So you get to find the perfect job, but now they're paying way under what you need to. So that's another disconnect in the perceived value. So it's important for us to have a closer perceived value of what we feel we're worth and what we're actually worth, closer gap. So for example, we need to bring our perceived value, our value that we feel that we're worth, up to maybe like an 80. So now from an 80 to 100, there's only a 20% 20-point difference in there. So now when we get jobs, would come in. Once again, jobs that we attract tend to be in the middle of that perceived value. So they come in as a 90 points. And now there's not such a great disconnect. People look at you and say, oh, yes, you have these qualifications plus more, and the amount that we're willing to pay is right close to what you're worth. So it's easier for that connection. If we feel that our value is down here, but our knowledge and skills are way up here, as people come in the center, they see that there's a huge disconnection, and that disconnection causes opportunities to be missed. So it's important to increase our perceived value. So there's many different ways to increase our perceived value. First of all, easy way to do it is if you're working and you have your own business, maybe you could increase your pricing. By increasing your pricing also increases that perceived value, that you're worth more than what you're giving away. Reduce also the amount of services you give away. Another thing you can do is affirmations. Affirmations are great to help boost that internal energetic flow within the body. Also, energy healing, energy readings, changing of belief systems. Changing of belief systems is huge. Saying that what this product or service is worth has a higher value than what we perceive it, or we believe it has. So increasing that perceived value, increasing that value within us, creating that value and that confidence with us also shines out for others, and then as the energy comes back, we also receive the higher value within ourselves. So if you're interested in any more information about how to increase your perceived value, how to remove some blockages and some stuck emotions on these topics, feel free to stop on by our website or schedule an appointment. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks.